everybody, my name is Eric, and welcome to a Sub-Podcast. Unfortunately, just to bring you guys up to speed, John is having a little bit of difficulties on his end with the internet currently. Something that should be resolved hopefully sooner than later, but at this point, we don't know how long this issue is going to persist for. With that being said, what these Sub-Podcasts are going to be is just basic news and information. Just to bring you guys up to speed and date, my editing skills probably won't be as good as John's were on his podcast. If you could recall, he would have videos and audio and stuff like that. But anyways, with that being said, let's get into the news. Basically, The Witness, the video game The Witness, is unlikely to come out on the Wii U, despite it having been said before. Unfortunately, that's just not something that might be happening anytime soon. Also, some new characters are slowly being introduced to Super Mario Wii U. Super Mario Maker. My apologies. Nisekoi, if I said that right, character is being added. Chitoge, I think, is the one that's being added to that. If I recall correctly, the other character that's being added is Wolf Link and that's by tapping in the Link amiibo that's going to come out with Twilight Princess here soon as well. So tap that in, and that will go ahead and give you the Link amiibo. Barbara the Bat, that's the other one, the other costume that is coming here soon. Also moving on to other news, eShop. In the eShop, Bayonetta 2 has seen another price reduction to match its new price. Also, there's a character art book being released for Hyrule Warriors Legends with a pre-order at GameStop. And then as of this recording of this podcast, which I will still release normally on Sunday, so in this case it's already been done, but they did introduce Pokemon Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. So those are two new games that are coming to the 3DS. No gameplay footage was shown. Not much else was shown or done or said about the game whatsoever, to be quite honest with you. The only other thing that they did mention is that the Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow will be Pokemon Bank compatible, meaning that you can grab those Pokemon from that game and move them on to this one using Pokemon Bank. So I thought that was pretty cool. The other news that we were going to go ahead and talk about basically is that there was some leaks by a YouTuber basically talking about some games that are supposed to be coming out here. He says that they were, and unfortunately and mysteriously recently, I believe as of this morning, which is Friday, he did go ahead and delete that video where he was talking about all these releases. So I'm just going to go ahead and go down the list, which I'm sure you've been able to go ahead and Google and find by now. But spring, early summer, and take into mind these are all 3DS releases. Mario and Sonic Rio 2016. There's a Nintendo Selects Wave 1, which me and John talked about in the previous podcast. Hyrule Warriors Legends, obviously, we already know about that. There's a Disney Art Academy game coming out. Bravely Second, which we already know about. So here's where we get into some of these code names. Codename Caviar F. This is a casual-friendly, smaller budget game. Then we also have Metroid Prime Federation Force. That's supposedly coming in sometime this spring, early summer. So then we're talking about summer, which we have another codename game, Torte City. Torte being cake. That's what, if in case people didn't know what Torte stands for. Now this is supposed to be a big budget unannounced game for all gamers, core gamers, and all ages. So it is a game for all ages. For what they at least are saying here on this list. Dragon Quest 7, which we already knew about, but we just didn't know. I don't think there was a release date. Another codename game, Cadillac. This is a casual-friendly, smaller budget game. Late summer for this one. We move on to fall. We have a 3DS hardware price cut, which makes sense given that the holidays are right around the corner. Another codename game, N-Stars. Nintendo Stars, maybe? Anyways, this is a big budget game for all ages. And then we have Nintendo Selects Wave 2. So there's a second wave coming. Again, speaking personally here, all these make sense being the holiday season. Of course, you're going to release good games like this or select Nintendo Selects. And if there's going to be a 3DS hardware price cut, and N-Stars, meaning probably Nintendo Stars, some kind of Nintendo Stars game. Anyways, there's another codename game, DMW2. possibly stands for Disney Magical World 2. Makes a lot of sense too, right? Also, Dragon Quest 8. And finally, Pokemon 20th anniversary game called Niji, which in Japanese translates to rainbow. So with that being said, Niji, if you someone discovered earlier today as well, if they look at the source for one of the logos for Pokemon Sun and Moon, at the end of the link, it does read the word Niji, which in this case means that this information that we got did somehow match up with that. Obviously, Niji, we didn't get a rainbow game. You never know. We could have later down the road Pokemon Sun, Moon, and Rainbow, which actually makes perfect sense, right? But you never know. Let's see what happens with that. But all right, guys, that's all we have for today's news. Again, my apologies and John's apologies on behalf of everybody here for the inconvenience of the podcast being delayed for a while. As soon as, like I said earlier, as soon as we get something going, we will make sure to go ahead and come back up and start the podcast as soon as possible. So with that being said, my name is Eric, and thank you so much for listening in today. I hope you have yourself a great day now. Bye.